is Allison Yomi Chu. My pronouns are she, they. I am the connectivity producer here at Company One Theater.
My name is Africa Smith. My pronouns are they, them, and I am the New Works producer here at Company One.
Welcome to the Better Future series. If you're joining us for the first time, the Better Future series is a digital gathering space bringing together Boston's artists, community leaders, and change makers. In season 23, as we highlight ways to build and invest in our communities, we're also continuing to celebrate and uphold anti-racist practices and affirm the narratives and practices of queer trans people of color.
Before we get started, we would like to begin by acknowledging that Company One Theater produces work in Boston, the ancestral and unceded territory of the Wampanoag, Nipmuc, and Massachusetts people. We affirm that it is important to understand and honor the history of the Indigenous land that we occupy, while recognizing this acknowledgement is insufficient and does not undo the legacies of violence and displacement of Indigenous people. We continue to take steps towards the future of decolonization and reconciliation. Thank you.
Last year, you may have joined us for the Better Future Joy and Wellness workshops, where we created space for health, relaxation, and artistically fueled joy. So this year, we are building on those same goals, but we are also thinking about action. This episode, Resolve 2022, an artist-led journey towards your better future, will focus on how we collectively move forward with new hopes and wishes for the new year.
But we aren't talking about run-of-the-mill New Year's resolutions like flossing every day or becoming a morning person. Instead, all the artists in this episode have been asked to imagine what our collective better future could look like if we resolve to take tangible steps towards change in our communities. Those resolutions have inspired the work you're about to see.
Tonight, we'll hear from a truly fantastic lineup of Boston artists with their fresh out-of-the-oven creations commissioned by Company One, including poetry pieces by Max McLoone and Nicole Payne, songs by Jude Torres, Tom Dunn, and Kadaj Bennett, alongside team musicians from Zoomix, and a self-care intermission with Marlene Boyette.
We'll also hear brand new monologues from our commissioned Season 23 Third Lab playwrights, M. Sloth Levine, Tara Moses, and Ashley Rose, as they embark on a season-long journey with us to call on pressing issues in our community.
Using the prompt, I resolve, our artists are sharing their personal and collective actions for 2022. So at the end of each piece and on the event page at companyone.org/resolve, you'll find a list of curated action steps and resources you can use in your own communities, compiled by the artists featured in this episode.
Our better future needs every one of us to make it happen. So we invite you to join us in working towards change and hope what you're about to see will inspire some resolutions of your own for the year ahead. We hope the next hour in change will be filled with joy, self-care, a good dance or a good cry, and most importantly, forward-moving momentum and vision. Let's dive in.
You know, all the adults in my life keep talking to me about their New Year's resolutions. You know, they'll say something like, my New Year's resolution is to eat better, to exercise more, and to be healthier. But with every passing year, they don't eat any better, they don't exercise, so they never seem to get any healthier. So I had to ask our good friend, the dictionary, what even is a resolution? And so the dictionary tells me that a resolution is a noun, and it means a firm decision to do something or to not do something. So if I understand that right, a resolution is just about making up your mind about something, but not actually doing it. Weird. But don't worry, because the dictionary also taught me a brand new word, one that happens to be our word of the day. That word is resolve. So resolve is similar to resolution, but it's a verb. And while it can mean to make a firm decision, it also means to deal with something successfully, to clear it up. So, when we resolve, we're not just putting our minds to something, but we're actively getting it done. How cool is that? So this year, I resolved to be a more active member of my community by being a better friend and neighbor to those around me. But the question is, how do I actually go about doing that? I resolve to be aware of all the things I can do better. I resolve to be aware of all the things that make me scared. And I resolve to take action on the things I know are right. 'Cause alone I might be scared, but when I'm with you I feel fine. Yeah, alone we might be scared, but together we're alright. So if you're standing on the playground and some bullies come your way, saying all those nasty things that we know that bullies say, then I'll stand up right beside you and I'll say that's not okay. And I will not leave your side until those bullies go away. No, I will not leave your side until those bullies go away. 'Cause I resolve to be aware of all the things I can do better. I resolve to be aware of all these things that make me scared. And I resolve to take action on the things I know are right. 'Cause alone I might be scared, but when I'm with you I feel fine. Yeah, alone we might be scared, but together we're alright. So I have some lovely neighbors, but they're getting kinda old. And we know each year the winter always brings a lot of cold. So I always help them shovel so they're not out in the snow. If we look out for each other, we can make it through the cold. If we look out for each other, we can make it through the cold. So as long as we learn how to stay aware and stay involved, there ain't nothing we can't do. No, there's no problem we can't solve. If I resolve to take care of all my friends and all my family, if I resolve to take care of all my neighbors in this city, I resolve to take action on the things I know are right. 'Cause alone we might be scared, but together we'll be fine. Yeah, alone I might be scared, but when I'm with you I'm alright. Happy New Year's.
Improper Bostonian by Ashley Rose.
Now, I've been in Boston my whole life. And if there's one thing I can tell you, is that this city is going to shambles. Look around. It's filthy. I feel like I'm in Philadelphia. I mean, even worse, if we keep it up, we might end up like Jersey. I mean, with all the information on climate change, you would think that the city would do something. And I'll tell you what that something is that needs to be done. They need to bring back the red shirts. There, I said it. Yep. Let the kids pick up the trash instead of the prisoners. Oh, but that would mean you'd have to pay the kids, huh? Oh, and if you don't know what red shirts are, you ain't from here. Want to know a fun fact? You can never become a Bostonian. No, you have to be born a Bostonian. Seriously. I mean, you can become a New Yorker in 7 to 10 years, but nope, not here. Unless we can identify what middle school you attended and what position you played in kickball in elementary school, you aren't a Bostonian. Anyways, I have found newfound hope in the Wu administration. But boy, does that Mayor Wu have her hands filled. I mean, Marty left her with a mess from Mission Hill to Mass Ave. And those are my stomping grounds, so I know. I remember when Mass Ave was walkable. I gave birth at BMC. And now our babies, Black, brown, white, and in between, are either in South Bay Jail at the corner or sleeping under it in homemade, city-made makeshift tents. This is crazy. I mean, I've seen them building countless luxury hotels and housing that is empty because even rich folks ain't paying an arm and a leg to come be bored in Boston. So you would think they would make that unused space affordable. Nope. They rather leave it empty and bus single mothers to the suburbs where they know no one. And what gets me is everyone's just watching people die of meth at these corners, and they just keep driving by onto McDonald's. Damn, can I get some empathy with those fries? Honestly, I don't even like the French fries from these fancy new restaurants. I like my old greasy fries from Eugee's and a steak bomb from Joe's. And if you don't know that combo, you ain't from here. They can keep that avocado oil right over there. But they can pass the avocado. It's been so hard to find any good culture foods since they got rid of high-low, and replaced it with, you guessed it, Whole Foods. Surprise, surprise. Whenever a Whole Foods or a building with windows for walls goes up, there goes the neighborhood, and here comes gentrification. Bye to all the small mom and pop stores. No more $2 plates from Yum Yums or West African food from the place behind the hair store. Huh. Well, instead, we get these new hipster cafes owned and operated by outsiders who sell bitter coffee with names you can't pronounce and nasty chocolate bonbons for $3.50 at the checkout. Now, I want my Dunkins, please and thank you. I mean, what type of city has no real nightlife for people of color? I mean, you can't go out anywhere. I mean, you could, but it's boring. Only the white folks have liquor licenses, so they control who parties. Diversity is being invited to the party. Inclusion is being asked to dance. Oh, I want Boston to dance. I mean, we need to do the DEI electric slide. I mean, we need to bring the party back for all people. Hell, I want the Puerto Rican festival to be back in the Puerto Rican neighborhood. I mean, shoot, I don't even mind getting my new summer flip-flops dirty at Franklin Park. But I do mind having to go downtown to celebrate a culture that is thriving right here in the hood. But like everything from Goya products to ethnic dances, white folks just snatch it. That's another monologue. Then you took the Beantown Jazz Festival. And everyone knows that that was the official fall fashion show for the city. I've been in rags ever since. I miss that Boston. I mean, the Boston where the skyline and the chance to make it were somewhat, I don't know, even. Where future horizons were visible from the top of Pete's Hill at the Arboretum. Now these buildings and developers are blocking affordable housing, sunshine, and dreams. But I resolved to be here. I've been here. When it was white flight, went black and now it's going back, I'm here. Change isn't always a bad thing. And this year, I am making a resolution to resolve my unresolved issues, whatever that means. No, what I mean is I resolve to remind my white friends that being anti-racist is a verb and not a noun. I resolve to make sure that the divide that Boston has created over the decades gets reconnected by a rainbow. I resolve to make this city where we all eat. I mean, ain't no one side of the city eating chicken while the few in the Back Bay eat steak. No. Matter of fact, we going vegan in Roxbury, baby. Yeah, we urban farming down Mass Cass with Nataka and her husband. We shopping locally and definitely taking advantage of those $2 food bags at the community center. You never know what good, healthy food you'll get that week. Oh, and don't tell anyone. But the Daily Table got almond butter for $3.89. Shh. Lastly, I resolve to accept new people into the city, as long as they know they will never be a Bostonian. But their kids could.
To the nameless wife. If I could have told you some 600 years and some palm-colored spaces would dam your land, would it have changed anything? Here and now, does it look how you imagined, while you packed fresh dirt onto unknowing seeds, while you packed sugared apples into soft dough, while you packed your life to move up north for money, for freedom? Was the change good? Was the reason excusable? Would you have preferred to know these things? If you had the chance, would you have even asked? Can I help you, Mama? What can I do for you? When the sweat drips off my brow, does it hydrate your parched lips? When the tears run into my ears and coiled hair, does it rain on my ancestors' drought-ridden crops? When the blood weeps from my wounds, do you get drunk on the sorrow flowing in my veins? The sorrow, it isn't enough, is it? I know. Nor the tears or the sweat. The salt of the earth is never enough. There will always be a little pocket of gold or gas or grandiose ideas that magically manifest in the destiny of those palms and the steel they wield. I can't tell you you would have stopped them if you tried. I am trying. We all are. Where are we when they say we? Did you ask for your rights or did you demand them? Does it really make a difference? Did the speed and strength and flavor of your tongue really matter? Does mine? Should I have resisted their tongue? Do you regret learning it? Do you regret it? Any of it? Did you kiss the soil goodbye before you left? Did you whisper anything into it? Did you? I ask because sometimes in warm weather, I see something I don't or maybe can't understand rising mischievously from the grass. Laughing, murmuring, crying out, dancing. And if I put my ear down close and listen, never mind. Mama, I'm scared. I'm sorry to say it. I am grown and learned and ever watchful, but I am scared and lost. I don't want to lose what you gave me. I don't want to squander the powers vested in my genes. But what am I meant to do? Can you help me? I need to understand. I don't think it's ever enough, Mama. Not enough, just inevitable. How can I help you?
Oklahoma by Tara Moses. Time and place, the present, on indigenous land. Character, Hochti, a 20 to 30 something Seminole woman.
Hello? Is anyone there? No one? Good. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna sit and exist. I feel better. Do you ever do that? Just like scream a little? Let me tell you, if you haven't tried it, you should. It's cathartic. You know, I just might do it again. Yes. Yes. Good. Fuck breathing exercises. I'm here for yelling. Oh, sorry. The context. I just saw a tweet about the fuckery going on down here in Oklahoma. There's a lot I don't want to get into, but fuckery best describes it. Oklahoma is one of the most conservative, socially backward, and historically stuck states there is. As the buckle of the Bible Belt, this place doesn't really evoke a community of tolerance, acceptance, and love. A couple years ago, I was at a public park at 11:30 p.m. In the city of Tulsa, all public parks close at midnight. And y'all, I was having a terrible day and I just wanted to swing on a swing set. When I really get going, it feels like I'm flying. And that particular day, I just wanted to fly. In Oklahoma, it's illegal to not be white in public places. Before I knew it, 3 sheriffs were surrounding me with flashlights shining in my face, asking me if I spoke English while demanding to know what I was doing. I don't want to talk about everything that happened, but I did go free after they followed my car for 3 miles. And things have only gotten worse after McGirt. The McGirt Supreme Court case was a huge win for tribal sovereignty. And I love that I can say I'm from the Muskogee Creek Reservation. However, I don't love that every time I log into Twitter or turn on the news, Governor Shit is telling Oklahomans that the biggest threat to the state is natives, not the opioid crisis, not the pandemic, natives. And when I talk to my non-native friends, they always tell me I should leave. Get out of there. And when I tell people I'm from Oklahoma, they grimace. They tell me that they're sorry. They joke as they tell me that they wouldn't tell people that. They just go on and on and on and on. And, it's not like I had a fucking choice. My people were literally forced to move here. Where am I supposed to go? Back to Florida? Georgia? I don't know those lands anymore. Am I supposed to just leave my family and people just so that I am no longer professionally affiliated with Oklahoma anymore? Wait. Hold the phone. I just got an idea. I enjoy being a pain in the ass in the US government. That's the Seminole in me. Given the McGirt Supreme Court decision and the white panic, what if I created a petition to officially cede from Oklahoma and become the state of Sequoia, just until we can topple the federal government? Thoughts? No, I'm serious. Why can't we become Sequoia? Oklahoma obviously doesn't want us, so why can't we get our own state like we were supposed to this whole time? Oh, yes. I'm going to make this my New Year's resolution to start a petition. Think about it. The white people don't want us to be here. Our governor really doesn't want us to be here. This is a win-win situation. Well, other than still being part of US part, but baby steps. Imagine it now. Hear ye, white Okies. Are you scared of the Injun savages? Sign this here petition and keep your neighborhood safe.
The petition numbers skyrocket.
Well, damn, that didn't take long. Indians are bad.
They skyrocket.
Casinos tear families apart.
Skyrocket.
Oh, no.
The numbers continue to grow. Comments roll in.
Them Indians are lazy government moochers. Let's kick them out of our great state. Let's do another Trail of Tears, only this time the Indians are asking for it. I can't wait to stop making our kids feel bad when we teach Oklahoma history. Oh, fuck. No, this is not what this was supposed to be. Oh, what did I do? What did I do? My grandma was going to kill me. She's going to kill me. She's going to kill me dead. I'm going to delete it. I'm going to delete it. I got to delete it. I deleted it. You know the thing that people say about how you'll miss something once you get rid of it or something? Yeah, whatever it is, that happened to me. As I was reading those comments, I felt so much pain in my spirit, and embarrassment. My family have made a home here and survived horrors I will never be able to imagine, just for me to spit on them. And I did that because I let people who don't understand what it means to be an Oklahoma Seminole get to me. And I thought I was so decolonized. Oklahoma is my home. Oklahoma is my ancestral land. My ancestors were slaughtered, raped, erased, just so I could be born. And I'm constantly reminded of that. But what I keep forgetting is that their children went on to find joy here, to create full lives here, to give me life and love. When I'm driving down I-44 and look out the window, I see acres and acres of land. I always wonder if that's what it looked like before colonization, if that's what my ancestors saw when they made it here the long walk. Wild grasses that go on until they hit the horizon, hills covered in trees, lush with greens and specks of blue and yellow from the sky and sun. Rivers, streams, and creeks running their course, carefree through the terrain. I feel the connection between my spirit and the land, a connection so innate to my existence, rooted in our shared culture. I feel it until I come across construction workers widen the interstate even more, until I'm stuck in the commuter traffic, and until I smell the gas, the semi trucks coming through my AC. In the face of oil companies and politicians attempting to rip this land to shreds to make a buck while stealing everything they can from the poor, leading us to fight one another for the scraps, there is great power here. My existence is resistance, and that was born out of this red dirt. Oklahoma has value, and whether that value comes from the land that hasn't succumbed to capitalism, greed, and colonization, or the value lies within those of us who come from the people who gave their lives so we could be born here, or from some other source, I don't know. But what I do know is that this state was founded on the graves of my ancestors who did not lose their lives for me to buy into the hatred colonizers continue to spew at me. Oklahoma has value. I have value. I have value in Oklahoma. And this year and every year, I refuse to forget it.
End of play.
Hi, it's Allison again. So, welcome to Self Care Intermission, where you're invited to breathe, refresh, and realign your mind and body with us as we imagine this year ahead. And today, we're so excited to be joined by Marlene Boyette, who will lead us through some guided, mindful moments and exercises today in just a second. Hi, Marlene.
Hello, Allison. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. I'm really happy to be present with you all today.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're so glad to have you back after remaking America last season, and we loved the grounding exercise you shared with us last time. So for those of us who are joining us for the first time or who might need a refresher for this moment, could you tell us a little bit about yourself and your practice and what inspired you to create this exercise today?
Absolutely. So first, a little about myself. Like as you said, my name is Marlene Boyette. I am a Jamaica Plain resident, and I have been teaching yoga and meditation, mindfulness practices since about 2013. I began my personal practice back in 2003, and my teaching began by actually teaching children. And as time went on, I became trauma informed, certified to teach yoga, and I felt that the meditation is also a part of that. And since then, I have come into sound healing as well. And it's just been another way for me to hold space for folks and to call, people in to take care of themselves and to celebrate their bodies and reconnect with their breath. Today, what I'm going to be doing is welcoming folks to reconnect with their inner child, thinking about some of the joy that was experienced, maybe in their youth, or things that they would have liked to have experienced in their youth, and really tapping into that inner child, kind of shaking up the inner child a little bit, thinking about things that bring happiness and safety, and how that feeling can be used today to inspire others and to connect with community and to kind of bring some enthusiasm into activism. So that's a lot. I said a lot, but that's what we're going to be doing today.
Yes, thank you, Marlene. I can't wait to go on this journey of joy and imagination with you. So take us away. I'll now pass the room on to you.
Thank you so much. All right. So I'd first like to welcome folks to do a few things. I will be playing the singing bowls at a point. So if you have earbuds or headphones or anything like that, please feel free to put them in so that the sound resonates a little bit better for you. I'll next welcome you to come into either a comfortable seated position, or you could even lay down if you wish. You could get a blanket or some pillows and just get really cozy and comfortable in your spot. Once you have done this, if it feels safe and comfortable for you to close your eyes, then I welcome you to close your eyes. Or you could simply settle your gaze directly in front of you on a wall or a floor. From here, I'll next invite you to begin reconnecting and engaging with your natural breathing pattern, noticing the breath as it enters your body and as it exits your body, noticing any sensations that you may feel as you breathe, noticing your body's connection to the space where you're either seated or laying down, and observing that in this moment, your body is safe and stable. From here, after following your natural rhythm of breath for a few moments, I'll invite you to focus on joy, the word joy. And with your eyes either closed or settled, beginning to think about a joyous point in your youth, or something that you would have liked to do that brought joy, or that may have brought you joy. Really focusing on the idea of joy as a child, a young person. And we're going to reflect on the following things, and you can choose any of these. Something that you daydreamed about, something that you wondered about, something that you were curious about, or something that made you deeply happy and brought you just a burst of joy. Take a moment to bring yourself closer to one of those things, something that you dreamed about, something that piqued your curiosity, something that you wondered about, or something that brought you uncontrollable joy. Allow yourself to sink in to whichever idea that you are focused on. If it was something that you dreamed about, imagine how you felt and how it feels now in your body. If it's something that you were curious about, something that you wondered about, observe what the details of that thing was or were. What made you curious? What made you want to learn about these things? If it was something that brought you deep, uncontrollable joy and enthusiasm, what did that feel like? Did it warm your body? Was there a sensation that came over you? Allow your body to feel those things. Allow your mind to travel, your heart to travel, your body to travel into the spaces and the sensations of deep childhood joy. And if this is challenging for you, if it's challenging to recount the feeling of joy from your youth, maybe thinking about something that you wondered about or that you would have liked to enjoy as a child. Calling in that silliness of childhood, goofiness, wonder, curiosity, and allowing that to wash over you in that moment. Thinking of how you can bring this into adulthood, how you can call on your childlike curiosity, how you can call on your childlike passion for things, how you can call on your childlike energy, using this as a catalyst for how you approach your days, how you approach connecting with community, how you approach encouraging others to be enthusiastic. Think about how a child is able to bring people in to what they're curious about, to what they're joyous about, to what they love, and how you can reconnect with your inner child and bring that out. I'll invite you now to take one hand to the center of your chest and gently place your other hand on top. From here, I'll next invite you to open your mouth a little. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth and let out a big breath. And we'll repeat this 2 more times. Breathing in through the nose, opening up the mouth to breathe out. Once more, deeply breathing in through the nose, exhaling from the mouth. You can now drop one hand to be placed just over your belly button, allowing the other hand to continue resting on your chest. And as you sit here, safe in your body, I'd like to remind you that your inner child is alive, is full of joy, is protected, and deserves to be let out to play. You can use this energy to inspire others, to connect with community, and to bring more happiness into the lives of others and also into your own life. From here, I invite you to begin deepening your breath, still imagining the joy brought about from reconnecting with your inner child. If you're laying down, you can roll over onto the right side of your body. If you're sitting up, you can begin to create gentle movement in your body. And those of you who are laying down, you can gently bring yourself to a seated posture. I invite you all to place one hand again on the center of your chest, gently placing the other on top. And together, you will take 3 collective breaths. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling from the mouth. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling from the mouth. I thank you for journeying with me and for trusting me to wake up your inner child. And I hope that you feel inspired and a little more joyous than you did before we began. And I'll conclude our time together by saying thank you.
The Block, Slow Down, Better Future, Go.
New year, new you, they would say, but my smile would always stay the same. Upside down, face stays loose. What's the path for me that this year will choose? It's like my heart is always hoping, but my feet don't know where they're going. Always curious, but sometimes scared, 'cause you never know what each year will share. Oh, why must I stay curious? Life's too short to be this serious. Why do we waste each moment worrying when our future's not in a hurry?
Hold up.
Slow down, slow down.
This is a meditation on being present, being here, now. You're welcome. Man, hitting the wall with problems to solve. I firmly resolve. Everybody get up and involved. The future calls. And mindset is a muscle. React what feels not fear or we're in trouble. Change is subtle. Still a couple of minutes to take stock. You're doing pretty great as of late. You think not, never fail. Just connected to information. Imperfect, imperfect. Space out the situation. Heart racing. You're impatient. Only adding to your own frustration. Just being you, you know you struck gold. Don't let life get you in a chokehold. Just being you, yo, you know you struck gold. Don't let life get you in a chokehold.
Why must I be curious? Life is too short to be so serious. Why must we waste each moment feeling worried when our future's not in a hurry?
Hold up.
Ooh. Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down.
Hold up.
Sonic Soliloquy by M. Floss Levine.
I know I'm buried alive because there's a little note stuck to the inside of the lid right in front of my face. I have this flashlight, but I don't know for how long. The note says, "You're in a coffin. I finished the wall. You can't get out." That's it. It's not signed. You would think if most people woke buried, they would have a strong idea of who might want to do this. Not me. It could be any number of people. I was involved in a couple different situations that definitely may have spoiled against me. I might be held for ransom. They might need collateral. But I'd be an odd choice for them in particular. I'm probably being punished. I'm not guilty, though. Not of anything that needs burying alive. To be buried alive is a specific kind of terrible. I've never been claustrophobic, but I suppose very quickly this will become overwhelming. Oh, I'm aching to stretch my arms. Being buried alive is a different attempt at murder. Somebody doesn't just want me dead, they want me to experience dying. They want to keep me underneath the living for a little while. I know what's going on upstairs. They must know that I know. So I suppose that narrows it down to people who know what goes on upstairs. They want me to experience dying. They want me to know that it's coming, that there's nothing to do except. In many ways, I've been waiting for this. In some ways, it's because I know I've made some enemies out of personalities who might lash out. And maybe I've lived in ways that upset other people, in ways I didn't consider. Perhaps his husband, or the banker. I didn't notice at the time. Perhaps that's the problem, that I wasn't noticing. I've been buried alive before, not literally, but I've felt buried alive in a figurative way many times. I've been immobilized, struck still by fear. I have been buried alive not by any one person. There was no specific grave digger, but like many trans people, I was born in my grave. One by one, people dropped their handful of earth onto me, and I was buried. I lived with myself in a coffin while a tombstone doppelganger walked for me. A memorial ghost of a person who didn't exist, a body without a soul. In a metaphoric rise, I crawled up and replaced that imposter. I dug my way through this analogy and, like John Carpenter's Thing, ripped through the walking corpse that had trapped me. I terrified many people and was seen vile and disgusting. And in many ways I was and have been both vile and disgusting, but I didn't care. I could finally breathe. Was it the asthmatic? No. No resolve in her. She wouldn't have. Couldn't. She asked me last night what it is I really wanted. And I said to lie down. And she laughed. But I think I was right. I'd most like to lie down whenever I want to. Is it lie or lay? I want to lay down. I want to lie down. Well, I'm lying down now. Lying down now. I guess I should have said to the asthmatic, I want to lay down until I want to get up. It's that determination that is the important thing. To rest when wanted and to work when wanted. I think all people should have that. If I get out, I will have to be clearer about that. Oh, the future has become so much more oblique than it was even yesterday. I said oblique, but I don't think that was the right word. Obscure and bleak. I meant that the concept of life is more obscure and bleak than it was even yesterday. I saw people trapped all around me and I didn't set them free, and now I can't move. The coffin is locked, maybe even nailed shut. If there are nails, someone must have heard the hammer. Unless the party was still going on. Oh, that is diabolical. I had forgotten about the party. I must have been drugged there. Again, that lowers the suspects, but not by very much. I've dug my way out before, but not literally. Metaphor and reality are clashing in an unfortunate way here. Resolve won't help me. I've seen this in every Vincent Price movie. Someone is discovered to have been buried alive, and they dig up the coffin, and there's a plastic skeleton inside, and all these red streaks on the inside of the lid, which shows that they were in desperate pain when they died. They tried scratching their way out. It serves its purpose, which is to be horrifying. But I can't help but feel like screaming and thrashing will not make me feel any better. And I'm no Uma Thurman. I can't punch my way out either. Oh, my knuckles. They wouldn't last. I won't last without somebody hearing me from inside this coffin behind a wall. But if I were to resolve to survive here, what could that mean? I would like to make that decision, that resolution that I will not die here, but resolve necessitates action. I feel bound right now. Yes, bound up. That's reasonable. Being buried alive behind a freshly bricked wall. I am removed from the known world. This small space wherein I am buried may as well not exist. If I inhabit a space and the space is not known, then I am not known. And yet I cannot help but feel resolute. I must survive. And how? My only option is to scream, but I doubt I'll be heard. I'm going to be hungry soon. I've already peed. Eventually I'll shit. All of the life processes will come knocking, and the coffin will bury them too. Me too. They are me. I am they. I'm just processes of blood. I'm buried alive and premature, but I resolve not to die. I resolve to find my way out. It would be helpful for someone to dig me up, to come save me, but I can't rely on that. Nobody is coming for me. If only they were. I resolve not to die because I must. Is that useless? To simply decide I'm going to survive? Or is that just the last opiate to deny the probable? Right in front of my face. You can't get out. That's another metaphor made literal. Right in front of my face. Fuck. There goes the flashlight. Oh. I think I know who did this. I just realized. He writes his A's like a middle school girl, that bastard. He has crumbled deeply under what? Jealousy? That's on him. That much is clear. To take it so personally, to go through all this bother, all the melodrama, as if he should have the final move, that he can choose the way I end through gothic diminishment. That is pathetic. To bury me, as if I hadn't been buried before, as if I were already dead, as if I won't be missed, as if he won't see how much more they care about me than him. No, I resolve that he will not win this burial. When I get out of here, I'll live until he dies, and I'll plant flowers on his grave. I'll find others buried alive by fearful small minds, and I'll dig them up too.
Keep it in the ground, that's where it belongs. And listen when they talk, amplify the song. I'm gonna keep it in the ground, 'cause that's where it belongs. listen when they talk and amplify the song. When the future's coming on, find the ones who make you strong. Burn the bridge into Babylon. If you just get through the day, we can build a better way. Housing is a human right. Until we flood out all the halls, what we need to build a roof. Solidarity for all. And that's why I don't call the cops when there's strangers on the street. But we gotta help them out. Everyone deserves a sleep. We gotta find another use for everything that we consume, so we can keep it in the ground instead of drilling to our doom. When the future's coming on, find the ones who make you strong. Build the bridges to Babylon and this modest demand all plan. Yeah, we just want everything. Yeah, I can lose some weight, but I don't give a shit. The world's burning down, I'd rather deal with it. So I'm gonna keep it in the ground, right where it belongs. And listen when they talk, so I can amplify their song. We gotta find another use for everything that we consume, so we can keep it in the ground instead of drilling to our doom. When the future's coming on, find the ones who make you strong. Burn the bridges to Babylon, then forgive me this cliche. We can build a better way. We can build a better way.
Hi everyone, Happy New Year, and thank you to Company One for having me today. They asked me to respond to the prompt affirmations for self and community. So I started writing something new, and I realized it paired really well with part of this older piece that I wrote earlier this year. So this is Litany for Another World, after Audre Lorde and Mark Aguilar. For those of us who dreamed ourselves into being, mirror by mirror, bounty of survival and joy, who find kin in one another, seeking another world, breathing home into existence. For those of us yearning to heal, catastrophe after catastrophe, these cycles of pain and silence. Bless our bodies, for remembering everything that skin forgets. Bless the suture and stitch, the chest I prayed flat, needle sinking into flesh, the ways I adorn it. ink, titanium, and painted flowers. Bless it even on mornings it cannot get out of bed. Bless my gender, how it morphs and shifts and remakes itself, how I don't always understand it, but bless my transness, all it's taught me, the home I'm making in myself, how I'm finally starting to believe that I am beautiful. Bless this queer magic, bodies dancing sweaty with release. Bless the sanctuary we find in each other, beloveds as our haven. Bless all the times we glance over our shoulders like instinct. Keep us safe in a world that wants us digestible and rust. And I remember once, I was a child, and still I felt unworthy of love then too. But I wish for you everything I wish for myself. Slow mornings, a belly aching laugh, Mama's favorite song playing in the car, strawberry lemonade and chrysanthemum tea, my best friend's joy, and balmy summer nights. A life where love is not conditional. Safety, no longer a gift we have to keep close to our chests or keys between our fingers when we walk the streets at night. We bloom and the clock starts spinning. We sunbeam and the rust dissolves. We laugh and the bleach is lifted, glass sutures back together. For you, I wish a return of everything that has been taken. Your younger child self, unbruised skin, a mother tongue, a homeland, a place to call yours, breath, dignity, and all selective cousins, all the ways you folded yourself smaller and apologized for taking up space, your first love, and all those who were taken too soon. They are alive, and we do not grow older as they stay the same age. You, child of diaspora, child of closet doors and hospital visits, you do not have to be perfect to be loved. You are already worthy, living proof of lineage and resistance. I will hold you until this world holds all we are and all our tongues. I will speak your name into existence, the one you chose to call yourself home. I will meet you at every door you enter, every version of your becoming. Our people, divine each lifetime we live in, queer, brown, and technicolor beautiful. We make it home every time. Our bodies dance to our favorite songs. You are wearing your beloved dress like the first time we really saw each other, and me in my floral shirt. The night turns into dawn, and we are still here, whole and free. Thank you.
Thank you all so much for joining us for the Resolve 2022, an artist-led journey toward your better future. We hope you had just as much fun as we did and are inspired to make change happen in your community during the year ahead.
Please visit us at company1.org/resolve for more info, resources, and action steps that you can take in 2022, curated by the artists featured here.
And if you enjoyed this program, please consider making a donation to Company One in order to support upcoming events. To donate, please visit company1.org/donate or Venmo us at company1-theater. That link and our Venmo username are also in the description and chat for this video.
And lastly, we have a link to a survey in the comments section. We hope you'll let us know about your experience with today's program. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.